Good afternoon, Ghana. It's 12 o'clock. Time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Citi Prime News. The news is live from our studios at number 11, Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. My name is Ajuatin Krama Domina. Coming up, political parties allege discrepancies in current voter register being exhibited across the country as they demand immediate address of the issues by the Electoral Commission.
Unfortunately, what they sent out there, some constituencies don't have the full complement of the register as of yesterday. It's just some complete mix-up in the district.
Meanwhile, the exercise is still recording low turnout at various centers. This afternoon, we hear from some Ghanaians on why they are yet to check their details.
I'm not interested now. No.
Why?
I don't know right now, but I won't vote. I don't see anything going. Even if you vote, nothing will change.
Also coming up in the bulletin, anti-corruption crusader demands investigations into alleged payments made to the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and a third party in the coverage of the 13th African Games.
There's enough documentation for anybody wanting to prove that he or she is speaking the truth to put in the public domain. If they refuse, then there might be a need to do some investigation.
Still in the bulletin, uncertain future amid deteriorating health conditions as Kolebu renal unit still remains under lock and key. This afternoon, renal patients are doubtful about the reopening of the unit to outpatients.
So it really affects me, and even if someone is paying for me, cannot afford the private. So I'm begging with the elders not to close Kolebu.
And later in the bulletin, National Peace Council admits deaths recorded in 2020 elections tarnished Ghana's image as a beacon of democracy, but the accusing political parties of trying to demonize the council.
Excellencies, under no circumstances should elections lead to the death of.
We have details of these and more stories coming your way in the next 30 minutes. Remember, this bulletin is live around the globe on citinewsroom.com, on YouTube and on Facebook. Find us on Citi 97.3 FM across the country. We're live on a number of affiliate stations. If you're listening to us from the Upper West region, this is Tumpani Radio 88.5 FM in Nadoli, Jirapa 96.1 FM in Jirapa. In the Upper East region, this is Recast 92.1 FM in Bongo Namo. In the Northern region, North Star Radio 92.1 in Tamale. In the Northeast, find us on Nobia FM 98.1 in Nalarigu. If you're in the Western region, this is Beach 105.5 FM in Takrade. Ashanti region, tune in to Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi. Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we are on Sela Radio 97.1 FM in Dabala, Holi 98.5 FM in Aplao. In Savannah region, Kasha 99.5 FM in Damongo. And in the Bunu region, this is Greener 95.9. Stay for details.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
We're grateful for your company this afternoon. We begin with politics and on the voter exhibition exercise because this afternoon the National Democratic Congress says it has identified some discrepancies in the voters' register currently on display across the country. This follows the commencement of the voter exhibition exercise, allowing eligible voters to verify and confirm their details to ensure a credible register for the December 2024 elections. Speaking to Citi News, Deputy IT Director for the National Democratic Congress, Rashid Tanko Computer, pointed out that the current register being exhibited is not consolidated and contains errors necessitating rectification by the Electoral Commission.
So far, we have uncovered some few discrepancies with the registers that they are exhibiting out there. You know, what they are supposed to exhibit is a consolidated register of 2020, 2023 limited register, 2024 limited register, and then the mop-up, the 3-day mop-up. They have to consolidate that one as a document and send it. But unfortunately, what they sent out there, some constituencies don't have the full complement of the register. As of yesterday, what they exhibited was that you will see that some has only the 2020, 2024. They don't have the mop-up, or some have the 2024 limited register without the mop-up. It's just some complete mix-up in the districts and the constituencies. Secondly, we've seen that even the short code, if you use the short code, you still have to go and check on the register because it appears the short code data looks different from the mother data itself.
You heard the Deputy IT Director for the National Democratic Congress, Rashid Tanko Computer. Well, with the People's National Convention, the PNC, Bernard Morna, who is the flag bearer of the party, has expressed frustration with the short code provided for checking details in the voters' register, stating that it is not functional.
I'm aware that when I got to the University of Cape Coast, for instance, to interact with some of our members, some of them tried using the short code. And more than 3 hours after they have sent the short code, they've not received any information as to whether they, concerning their voter ID card, whether it is captured by the new voters register, or they have not even seen any deductions whatsoever on their money. It simply means that something is not right. And I just want to urge the Electoral Commission that if they want to go digitalization, they must ensure that things are done well so that citizens will not have doubts of the process.
You heard the former national chairman of the People's National Convention. He's also a flag bearer hopeful of the party, Bernard Morna. Let's stay on this subject because the Electoral Commission exhibition officers at the SNAP Secretariat School Center in Odona, Sahara, in the Kwale-Klote constituency have disclosed that only 24 persons showed up to check their details on the voters' roll on the first day of the exercise, which was yesterday. Now, day one was largely characterized by low turnout across various centers nationwide. Today is day two of the exercise, and exhibition officers are hopeful of improved turnout. Lina Navama Akude Ntumi is one of the officers at the SNAP Secretariat School Center, and she is urging Ghanaians to check their details to avoid being disenfranchised.
Yesterday, I think the turnout was okay. We had a total number of 24 people checking their names, which some might say is lower, but I think it's better because some constituencies, there were no checkups at all. But I'm hoping for the best today. Since yesterday was the first day, I think people would want to come today, and because they know we are in throughout the weeks, I'm sure they will come. People actually think due to their names appearing on the previous list, that was the previous election year, they think it's not necessary to come and check. They feel since their name was there, automatically it will be here. But it's not so, because we have situations where people register twice. That's what we call the multiple registration. And in that case, you might have your details at two different places. So you would really have to come and check. If you don't come to check for that to be rectified for you, you may not be able to vote.
Lina Navame Akude Ntumi is one of the exhibitions officers at the SNAP Secretariat School Center in Odona, Sahara, in the Kwale-Klote constituency. Meanwhile, some Ghanaians have been speaking to City News on why they have not checked their details on the electoral roll.
There's a center just in front of the building over there. Did you see it yesterday?
Yeah, I saw it, but I don't know what was going on there. So I did not go there too.
So are you hoping to check your name and your details, or you're not interested in the exercise?
For me, I'm not interested now. No.
Why?
I don't know right now, but I won't vote. I don't see anything going. Even if you vote, nothing will change. Nothing will change the government, so I don't need to vote.
I have not voted before, and I don't want to vote for my personal reasons. I have done a voter's ID card, but I'm not using it.
So if people exercise their mandate and they think their voice is not being heard, then it's possible they change their mind. People vote for a reason, for a change. And when government comes, government goes. And still where we are, we don't see any change. Then, of course, people will decide not to exercise their mandate again.
Those were some Ghanaians speaking to City News on the ongoing voter exhibition exercise. Well, in Sekondi Takoradi Metropolis, electoral officers or exhibition officers are calling for intensification of public awareness about the Electoral Commission's ongoing exercise.
Yesterday, we recorded a number of 27 for the 3 polling stations. And today, as at 9, we've only recorded 2. So I think that education should be sent out more so that people can register. But I think that the reason why people are not coming in is because of the code, the short code that you can do the check your name online. That's why people are not coming. But we are also here to serve. So please kindly come around so that we can verify your name.
With Presby, JHS and primary school, with the JHS, we have 339 voters in the voters register. And then with the primary, we have 420 in the voters register. But as at yesterday, the JHS recorded 15, that is 9 male and then 6 female. And then the primary school recorded 11, 8 male and then 3 female. As at this morning, the JHS has recorded 5 with 3 male and then 2 female. And then the primary has recorded 7, 4 male and then 3 female.
Are you encouraged by the numbers coming, or you think something should be done?
Looking at the numbers, it seems it's because of the code they have brought it. Maybe some of them are using the short code to check their.
You heard some exhibition officers in the Sekondi Takoradi Metropolis interacting with our Western Regional correspondent, Akwesi Ejay and Nim. Let's move away from the exhibition, but still on election-related matters. The National Peace Council has acknowledged that the deaths recorded in the 2020 elections tarnished Ghana's image, despite the elections being described as peaceful. The council has stated that consultations with stakeholders are ongoing to ensure that such a situation does not recur, asserting that an election should never result in the loss of any life. A board member of the National Peace Council, Joanna Opare, made these remarks at the ongoing public forum on media, peace and democratic consolidation in Ghana.
After the 2020 elections, although we're told we had very peaceful elections, there were a few issues that the council had to take note of by all means and work on. One of them came especially from the stakeholder meeting by Kudeu that especially highlighted, and I quote, the deaths that were recorded in 2020 general elections had dented Ghana's image. Excellencies, under no circumstances should elections lead to the death of any lives that this happened. To move beyond this collective pain, we have had a lot of consultations with all stakeholders, the political parties, their leadership, the media, and so on, to ensure that we are all moving in the right direction to keep Ghana as a peaceful country. Excellencies, I have come just to highlight this again and to say that our meeting today is very, very important, as we expect that at the end of the day we would have strategized and come out with a lot of recommendations to ensure that we are all on the same page.
John Opare is a board member of the National Peace Council. Now, the campaign team of the new Patriotic Party flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, says the announced media engagement is part of his plans to disseminate information on the party's manifesto. The team says Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will on Sunday, August 25, meet journalists in the country. The MPP flag bearer had been criticized for not giving a chance to the media to engage him after John Mahama had a similar engagement. But in an interview with Citi News, Director of Communications for the campaign, Dennis Miracle Sabuaje, says the team acts on its own timelines.
Like we've indicated from the get-go, we have our campaign strategy and a campaign plan, and we have our timelines. Today we have successfully launched our 2024 manifesto, which has captured what the plans, the policies and the vision of the flag bearer is for this country the next 4 years. As part of the dissemination plan and strategy in getting the people to understand and embrace our manifesto is the engagement with the media. And so the flag bearer will be meeting with the media fraternity and have a conversation with them and respond to specific issues related to what his plans are and what his vision is for the country going.
You heard Dennis Miracles Abuaji. He's Director of Communications of the Baumia campaign. This is a Citi Prime News. When we return, Anti-Corruption Crusader demands investigations into alleged payments made to the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and a third party in the coverage of the 13th African Games. Please stay for details of this and other stories.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Imagine a one-stop shopping experience for all things made in Ghana at the This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Get ready to explore the remarkable fair to showcase the rich diversity, talent, innovation, and mastery of made in Ghana products and services with the This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Now, Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM invites you to immerse yourself in a vibrant showcase of authentic Ghanaian products and services in the biggest trade fair and exhibition for local SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing industries, homegrown businesses, and indigenous corporate bodies that Ghana has ever seen. We shall promote, we shall support, and patronize various Ghanaian products, solutions, and services that are redefining the views on indigenous products and their packaging across all sectors. The date, 31st of August and the 1st of September 2024. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. And the venue is the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Call us now on 0205-973-973 for inquiries on how to participate. The This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, Core Natural, Ghana National Gas Company, Ghana Pay Mobile Money, People Beverages, Ghana Exim Bank, Petroleum Commission Ghana, Global Share Alliance, Built, and Aramex Ghana Limited.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Grateful you could stay with us. Let's bring you some other stories this afternoon. Anti-corruption campaigner Vitus Axim is asking for investigations into the contract between the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and the Sports Ministry over some payments made for the coverage of the 13th African Games. This follows a standoff between the ministry and the state broadcaster on how much was paid. While the Sports Ministry says it has paid some $2.5 million directly to the GBC and $1 million to a third party on the instructions of the GBC, the state broadcaster insists that it has only received $105,000. Now, speaking to Citi News, Vitus Axim note that there is a need for both parties to present the receipts of their transactions, without which further investigations must be carried to uncover the truth.
If you want this matter to put on, close business, GBC should come out with these documents I'm talking about, and the ministry should also come out with these documents I'm talking about. And then, of course, the payment to the subcontractor, evidence of it, would also be paid, brought into public domain, so that it will be obvious who is telling the truth and who is telling lies. But again, to go further than that, there will be receipts issued when the payments were made. And the receipts, if they can't even get the original receipts, they will be counted for receipts. So I'm just saying that there's enough documentation for anybody wanting to prove that he or she is speaking the truth, to put in the public domain. Yes, if they refuse, if the two institutions refuse to put these documents in the public domain, or if they put in the public domain and they don't agree, then there might be a need to do some investigation because there is a possibility of corruption being involved. Maybe some of the money that was paid to a subcontractor did not go to a subcontractor. Maybe all of it did not go to a subcontractor. And that's where there will be a need for further investigation as where the money went to, for what purpose.
Vitus Azim is an anti-corruption crusader. Now, let's bring you some health stories. And the renal patients at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital remain doubtful about the reopening of the hospital's renal unit. The unit was closed for nearly 3 weeks due to a shortage of consumables. Now, while the hospital management has assured that all necessary supplies stuck at the Tema port will be cleared this week to enable the unit to resume full operations, the patients are concerned about the unit's future accessibility.
Really affect me because private centers, the price is very high. Kolebu that is lower than the private center. So when they closed Kolebu, it was very difficult for me. I was not able to go for dialysis 2 times a week. I go once a week or even 1 week, 3 days. If I do not go maybe a week, then I'll go maybe 5 days. Maybe I'll go early part is 5 days. So it really affects me. And even if someone is paying for me, I cannot afford the private. So I'm begging with the elders not to close Kolebu.
So they are not doing the first session for today. So I don't know. It's going to continue. I doubt that about it.
Why do you doubt that?
I've seen it several times, always. They will tell you they have started the work. The session there, you come there, hey, they say they have stopped, so you have to go in somewhere to find a place to do it.
Those were renal patients at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Meanwhile, Public Relations Officer of the hospital, Mustafa Salifu, has been assuring patients that the renal unit will receive the drugs which have been cleared by Friday.
We were doing all of this ourselves, but with the current break in the service, we're actually working with them. Every morning we give an update on what was happening, and then you saw the kind of activism. They were not directing their anger at Kolebu Teaching Hospital because they realized that the problem was not with Kolebu. Kolebu was ready to do whatever that it could to get the items here. But through that kind of cooperation, they've seen all that is happening, and then that is the way we are going. But we have actually reviewed the process to see wherever there could be possible barriers and how we can deal with those barriers. It was just unfortunate that this happened. Otherwise, we planned that we would have taken delivery of these consumables from the port long ago, and this would not have happened.
Public Relations Officer of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Mustafa Salifu. Now, activities in colleges of education across the country are beginning to pick up after 8 weeks of strict industrial action by the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CTAC. This follows the signing of a memorandum of understanding between CTAC and the government, which paves way for teachers to return to the campuses. The strike, which began on June 14, was in response to the government's failure to implement agreed upon habitual awards and service conditions set by the National Labour Commission. Speaking to City News, Abdul Razak, the president of the Trainee Teachers Association of Ghana, noted that lectures have resumed teaching activities across the 46 colleges of education.
The strike has been called off. We have received confirmation from our teachers that the strike has been called off. Teachers are actually preparing to get back to their various campuses. Students are already around because we have some students around. Even though some students have, a percentage of students have left for their various homes and other locations, but they are getting back. And then the notice that was served to us was that lectures will begin today. And then, as it stands now, some teachers have started to visit the classrooms. In my college, some have started, even though some are yet to visit the lecture room because they had back on some long travels to other parts of the country, and then they shall be returning for academic work to seriously start.
You heard Abdul Razak, he's president of the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana. Now, the government of Ghana has been ordered to pay over $100 million along with obligatory post-judgment interest by a District of Columbia Court in the United States, which granted a motion for default judgment in favor of the Ghana Power Generation Company, GPGC. The ruling follows Ghana's disregard of a previous tribunal verdict from the United Kingdom. There's more in the following report.
The dispute arose after Ghana terminated a power purchase agreement with GPGC on February 18, 2018. On January 26, 2021, the UK tribunal issued its final award, finding that Ghana had breached its contractual obligations. Ghana claimed the termination was due to GPGC's failure to meet certain contractual terms, but the tribunal disagreed, awarding GPGC $134 million in damages. This amount was calculated using the early termination payment formula outlined in the contract and included over $3 million for GPGC's arbitration fees and expenses. Despite the ruling, Ghana made partial payments totaling $1.8 million, leaving a significant outstanding balance. After unsuccessful attempts to secure the remaining payments from Ghana, GPGC filed a case in the U.S. District Court on January 19, 2024, under the New York Convention and Federal Arbitration Act. Court records show that Ghana's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Shirley Ayoko-Botry, received the court petition on January 23, 2024, and a signed certification of receipt confirmed delivery of the documents to Ghana on January 29, 2024. However, Ghana did not appear in court or respond by the deadline of March 29, 2024. In its ruling on the matter, the District of Columbia Court awarded a $111 million judgment in favor of GPGC with an additional mandatory post-judgment interest. The court asserted its jurisdiction based on the New York Convention, which the U.S. has adopted, recognizing arbitral awards made in the UK. The court also noted that in the power purchase agreement, Ghana had agreed to international arbitration and expressly waived its sovereign immunity. Regardless of the party's nationality or residency, the convention requires member states to recognize and enforce such awards.
That was a news desk report. Now, let's do some other stories. Cocoa farmers have described as mere political talk the latest decision by the Ghana Cocoa Board to transition to self-financing for 2024-2025 crop season starting in September 2024. Now, for the past 32 years, Cocoa Board has relied on offshore borrowing to finance cocoa purchases through its cocoa syndication program. However, the organization in an interview with journalists stated that it is shifting its strategy to reduce dependency on external funds, explaining that this new approach is expected to save an estimated $150 million. Reacting to this latest decision by the Cocoa Board, president of the Ghana National Cocoa Farmers Association, Stephenson Anani said the new stance by Cocoa Board is not feasible.
And we have all these professionals around. And as we are speaking, we have doctors, professors, and those people, emeritus professors as well in the industry, which they are doing a lot of research. But we never see that one day they said they have done it and making the adding value to cocoa to yield a high profit. We always go for it. And not just recently that Boahidu and his team are going on ending up and they are going to promise they are not going to borrow money and so forth. It has been a normal practice since years today. So these things to me is a political talk, and cocoa farmers don't value any statement that Cocoa Board brings out anymore because we have not the faith in them. Their promises and then their breaks on us has been too much. Oh, it's not feasible. It's not. They haven't even planned to do it or to make that strategic aspect. It's just a math talk.
That's the president of the Ghana National Cocoa Farmers Association, Stephenson Anani. Now, the Metropolitan Municipal and District Chief Executives in the Volta region have welcomed the district's road improvement program, DRIP, as they say. It has come at the right moment to solve road challenges, especially in rural communities. A DRIP project initiated by the government and targeted at putting roads in the country in good shape has seen the Volta region receiving its share of machinery and equipment for road construction. Speaking at the regional launch in Ho, the Volta Regional Minister Dr. Archibald Yaolecha says the initiative will not only improve roads but also provide jobs.
This road improvement program, DRIP, as some of you may be aware, has its main goal of improving the country's road network and providing jobs for the unemployed. This would no doubt lead to increased accessibility between and within rural and urban areas, unimpeded smooth transfer of farm produce to neighboring markets, thereby reducing post-harvest losses, shorter travel time between places, a reduction in unemployment levels, and improved economic power citizens.
You heard the Water Regional Minister, Dr. Archibald Yao-Lecha, and that's it for today's edition of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studio in Adabraka, Accra. For more stories, please log on to citinewsroom.com. My name is Ajuatin Kramadumna. Thank you very much for your company. Good afternoon.
City News, we speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302-224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.